session 2 of the day, and straight away the views on the Euro USD daily charts are quite appealing to the bulls, right? Prices breaking out above the 700 handle, and what a way to do that. I think it's now very clear that we are progressing within the third wave, uh, and we can clear off certain desks. What we were anticipating that there could be a pullback is ruled out now. I think it's already hitting the first target around 750. So hold on to your guns, hold on to your long positions, and let's see how the price action is unfolding from here on. Because if it is the minute wave 1, minute wave 2, and then again 1, 2, and then again 1, 2, that is the third wave in progress. So I think we are now well in place, well poised to reach uh, minute wave 3, 4, and 5 going forward. All right, and there you are. If you look at the RSI of the 4-hour chart, I think there is some kind of divergence. Not it is stalling at some price. So, but we don't want to speculate on a corrective decline as of now. Let's understand. Let's go with the flow. There is all stalling going on right now, but we don't want to speculate on that. Let's go with the flow and hold on to the long positions here. And if a corrective decline comes underway, we can take it in our stride. But as of now, we really don't want to decide on the corrective drops coming in now or coming in later. Whenever it comes, it will come, and whenever it comes, we will deal with it. Right now, all positions that you are holding, if you are holding numerous long positions, you might take book some partial profits around the 750 handle, and if you are holding just one long position, let it be so. If there is a corrective decline soon enough, then we will handle it as accordingly. All right, but it is well poised to rally. All the first target is almost met around 750 mark. So remain long in the Euro USD, please, and let's get down to the dollar index now. I just had a telegram message. Let me deal with it. All right, so this arrow needs to be moved now. What we are now seeing is the first Fibonacci extension being met or being hit at 104.85. So if we go by the sub waves or the sub units of the wave 3 out there, then it is now possibly wave 1, wave 2, and the third wave underway. Need to change the degree to sub minute. Sorry, minute, sorry, not sub minute. All right, and that would be wave 3, of course. This will be wave 3, and then wave 4 and wave 5. So it is a long way to go for the fourth waves and the fifth waves of minute degree to complete. Right now, what we are seeing is the third wave, and within that third wave, the third of third wave is also extending. So it is again going to take 5 waves to reach there, and that is the sub-minute degree, wave 1, wave 2. If it is wave 3, 4, and 5, whether that is coming true or not, let's see. But rather than speculating on the pullback from now on, let's uh, let's understand that okay, what's going on is as per the plan, and bears are completely in control. What we need to do is just ride the drop in the dollar index and the rally in the euro USD. Tell you what, GBP USD would be a delight to watch. Let's move on there, but let's handle what gold is doing before doing that. All right, so structure in gold is drifting over the sideways right now. If you look at the hourly chart, it is wave A, and then wave B, and wave C is wave C should be underway now. Either either from here or from after one more high. So as far as the trading point of view, now we've got one position active in the portal from around 28.75 actually. So we'll be pushing through another one right now. The only thing we need to be careful is that there's no impulse wave in the making, and we still have one more leg to go. So those are those who are just joining and would still like to take position in gold. I think this would be a good price to enter around 2917, maybe stop loss around 2960, and potential targets around 2760 and 2790, 2790 and 2760 respectively. The only reason I see is if it is 535 complete, or is it going to hit one more high towards the 2930 zone before reversing. Actually, this is an ideal place. Actually, if we go on a daily chart, uh, even the candlesticks are supporting a potential top in place. We got a signal, bearish signal, not exactly today, but they could yesterday could be a potential top, or it will print a potential top today and start reversing from tomorrow onwards possibly. All right, so either a top is in place at 28, or maybe we'll have just one more high around the 29 30s, or some 31 handle before it reverses lower again. All right, the weekly chart has produced a nice little engulfing bearish, which should be considered nicely. It's a meaningful engulfing bearish. Whether that wave 4 is complete or not, we will come to know in a while. But by the week end, this bullish thing should reverse lower again. Otherwise, it's again going to be on the bull side. Right. If you look at the 4-hour time frame, then yes, it was a top, and not exactly an evening star. If we combine both candles, it's not a complete evening star. So we will have to wait and watch for the next move. If prices drag below that 2902 last the New York session lows, then I think it would accelerate further towards 2876 or so. all right? But more high probable chances in gold are towards the downside now, all right? And the potential stop around 2760 going forward. For those who are just joining, we will also want to appraise, sorry, on the larger degree counts. We've got, we've changed the minor wave 4, which we were anticipating to unfold as an expanded flat. We have changed that minor wave 4 complete around 25:37, 14th of November, and thereafter it should have been a 5 wave rally. Out of that, we've got wave 1, expanded flat wave 2 there, and the third wave also almost complete, with wave 4 underway at a minute degree now, not a minor degree. So wave 4 looks to be like an ABC. That was an expanded flat. This should be a sharper one. An ABC, if it is, then we are well poised for a wave C decline to resume anytime. And the channeling is also, I think if you look at the convergence of the channeling, then it converges around 2810 on 18th of March. All right, that would be a nice little channel if prices converge towards 2780. That is around 11th of March, that is next week. That looks more conducive as well. I mean, next week it drops towards the 2790 and then resumes its rally towards the fifth wave high. I think that is the fifth wave high is possibly towards 3300 levels. All right. So that's the story in gold. Let's move on to GBP USD. It would have cleared the 2800 handle by now easily. Who knows, it would have reached almost, yes, it has cleared comfortably the 2800 handle. Now tell you what, this particular wave is wave 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So of course we have discussed that we don't want to speculate on the pullback, but then a pullback looks mostly probable and mostly imminent around these levels. You know what? Let's have a look at it. The fifth wave is there. There should be some kind of a divergence, not exactly seen on the 4-hour chart. Let's have a look on the hourly. And there is a stalling going on, if you witness, from that high around the 2700 handle. Now we have almost reached the 2800 handle now. But if you look at the RSI, it has been stalling. So we are not saying that, okay, completely book your profits and sit on the sidelines, but we definitely would want to send a humble uh, request of booking at least partial profits at each high. There is a Fibonacci ratio hit. There is a meaningful resistance also hit. So it would be nice for a pullback, and it it's not about nice, but it's ideally it's an ideal situation for a pullback, and a three-wave corrective pullback cannot be ruled out any moment now, with prices dropping back towards the 23 or 2400 handle. That's almost 400 points, but I'm not saying exactly that 400 points, but it can drop towards the 38.2% as well before resuming its rally higher up. All right. So the trend remains firmly on the north side. There is no ambiguity about it. The only thing is, kindly keep booking small profits and give yourselves a room a bit of room for allow for a pullback and then re-enter on the north side again. All right. So that's the story for the four majors. I think we are only lagging behind in pound, sorry, in gold, where we need to see price action reversing lower. But otherwise, all three instruments are absolutely on track. In fact, we've hit all the first targets. Now let's have a quick view at the Dow Jones first. We are not in a hurry for the coins. Okay, there's not much happening in the Dow Jones right now. Of course, we still have a few hours left before the market opens, but the futures are looking quite silent here. I would not be surprised if Dow continues to decline towards the 4100 handle before it pulls out. Or, but again, we don't want to speculate on that. I think we are prepared for a pullback rally anytime soon, and then we'd want to re-enter on the short side, somewhere around the 43, 800, 900, 44,000 zone. All right. Okay, the Dow Jones and the SPX 500. I think that should also be. That is also silent, and we would not want to speculate right now. We don't want to buy. It's no way that we are going to buy. It's already one, two, three expanded flat wave, four, a running flat wave, four rather, and wave five looks complete with both the supports being taken out almost. So it's high time that a pullback comes, and we should be able to enter on the short side again. I tell you what, this guy is now turning seriously on the south side. We would want to do a weekend video if required on the entire rally that SPX 500 has gone through in the past few decades, and the degree of the fifth wave, which is just looking complete, is not a normal one. Actually, it's an extraordinary high which is being made or which is in place right now, and it should be handled with extreme respect. These are not any larger degree expanded flats wave 4. It doesn't look like. All right, and the Nasdaq. Okay, Nasdaq is also quite a bit silent now around the 20,300 mark, but look, it has traveled so much, almost from 22,000, it's even up 22,000, so it's almost 10% decline. And those declines are normally the first waves, followed by a stupendous rally or a corrective wave on the other side, which would bring back traders and investors, considering that the markets are back into action, bulls are back, and the markets are now willing to print new highs. But that would be wave two, a potential bull trap before third wave would resume. So we are still not in the third wave. That's looking at the accounts. Yeah, we just have completed the first wave. Bitcoin, okay, Bitcoin has started to peep up higher, but this is where we would be looking for. This is where we gradually look for a potential top and reversal from around 97, 98 zone. It reaches there, that would be the second wave, and then following the third wave lower would be something. We don't want to rush into the trade. Solana is lagging behind a bit, but it's okay. Now, whether it is carving a wave, I think it's not carving a fourth wave. That's already five waves complete. We can take this extension out. Five waves are done. We only need to see a pullback now. I think we can take that off, of course, as well, and pull back towards the 61.8% or wave 4, somewhere the 50% is what we will be looking for around the 210 mark before we sell. We don't want to sell right now. It will be the risk reward ratio won't match, and we don't want to buy either. You never know if it doesn't carry through the 38.2%. All right. The larger degree trends have possibly turned lower. Remember what we were talking about a few days back, that it's going to be extremely interesting uh, to see how the price action is shaping up. Like Euro USD poised to rally and the dollar index poised to sell. And remember, when the dollar index normally is dropping, the stock markets or the risk assets are rallying. But this time it is not looking that. We were repeatedly saying so, and it's all happening right now. Euro is rallying, dollar index is tanking lower, and instead of rallying, the stock markets is also tanking lower. So it's a lot of unwinding going on in the US dollar, and also due to the US economy, the dollar is being sold, and so the fundamental selling of dollar and dropping of equity is right there appearing on charts. Normally this doesn't happen, but since the charts are saying, we got to believe it, right? And that's what we are seeing happening right now. All right, so let's bring the current session to a pause here. All four instruments are good with us. We are waiting for the indices to complete their respective wave 2 second waves before we enter the short side again. And Bitcoin again, we'll have to wait for the retracement to complete before we can sell there as well. All right, so let's bring it a pause. And as always, thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll continue from the next session in about 4 hours from now. Until that time, once again, take care and God bless. Goodbye.